Hello, my friends. If you're over 60 and want to maintain your vitality, energy, and independence for as long as possible, you're in exactly the right place. Today, I want to share something incredibly simple that has the power to change the way you feel every day. It's all about the right and wrong way to eat cucumbers. You might be thinking, cucumbers, what's so special about that? But after 35 years of working with older adults, I've seen firsthand how small changes in diet can make a huge difference in energy levels, digestion, and long-term health. Before we dive in, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop a comment below and share your city. I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more tips just like this one. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Cucumbers might seem like just another ordinary vegetable, but for older adults, they can actually be a lifesaver. As we age, our bodies change in many ways. Metabolism slows down, digestion becomes more sensitive, and staying hydrated becomes more difficult. That's exactly where cucumbers shine. First, let's talk about hydration. You might think you're drinking enough water, but did you know that as we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable? That means by the time you feel thirsty, your body is already dehydrated. And dehydration in older adults isn't just about dry mouth. It can lead to dizziness, confusion, fatigue, and even increase the risk of falling. Cucumbers are important because they're made up of 96% water. They're a simple, natural way to stay hydrated without having to think too hard about it. Just imagine, adding a few slices of cucumber to your lunch can give your body the water it needs to keep your energy up and your mind clear. But that's not all. Cucumbers also contain silica, a mineral that supports joint flexibility and strength. If you've ever woken up with stiff knees or aching hands, adding silica-rich foods like cucumber to your diet could make a noticeable difference over time. And let's not forget about blood pressure. Many older adults struggle with high blood pressure, and too much salt only makes it worse. The good news is, cucumbers are low in sodium and rich in potassium, which helps balance out salt levels and keep your blood pressure in check. That's why I always recommend cucumbers as an easy, natural way to support heart health. The best part? Cucumbers require no cooking, no complicated recipes. Just slice and enjoy. But here's the thing, not every way of eating cucumbers is good for you. In fact, some popular combinations can actually cancel out the benefits or even lead to health issues. Let's take a closer look together. First wrong combination to avoid, cucumber with raw carrots. In my many years of working with older adults, I've come to realize that some habits that seem perfectly healthy can actually have unexpected effects on our well-being, especially when we're not fully aware of how certain foods interact with each other. One clear example is a simple salad made with raw cucumber and raw carrots. It sounds refreshing, nutritious, and wholesome, but in reality, this combination can significantly reduce the amount of vitamin C your body is able to absorb. Raw carrots contain an enzyme called ascorbic acid oxidase. When this enzyme comes into contact with cucumbers, it oxidizes and destroys the vitamin C found in both the cucumber and the carrot. This is particularly concerning for older adults who are already at higher risk of vitamin C deficiency due to reduced absorption and slower metabolic processes. And vitamin C isn't just important for immunity. It also plays a vital role in wound healing, keeping blood vessels flexible, and maintaining healthy, youthful-looking skin. I once worked with Mr. Peter, a 72-year-old who ate a cucumber and raw carrot salad every day, thinking it was a great way to get natural vitamins. But he often caught colds, felt tired, and noticed his skin aging faster. After running some tests, we discovered that his vitamin C levels were low. Once we adjusted his diet, either by lightly steaming the carrots to deactivate the enzyme, or by adding a bit of fresh lemon juice to the salad to neutralize the enzyme, his health improved significantly. That's why I always recommend, if you enjoy cucumber and carrot salads, take a moment to lightly steam the carrots before mixing them in, or simply add a few drops of lemon juice to help preserve that valuable vitamin C. It's a small change, but one that can make a big difference for your health as you age. Second wrong combination, cucumber with banana. A common example is the habit of combining cucumbers and bananas, two foods that are healthy on their own, but when eaten together, can lead to an excessive intake of potassium, which may pose serious risks to the heart and kidneys, especially in older adults. Both bananas and cucumbers are high in potassium. While younger individuals can typically rely on their kidneys to efficiently regulate excess potassium, older adults often experience a natural decline in kidney function with age. When too much potassium is consumed at once, it can build up in the bloodstream, leading to a condition known as hyperkalemia. This condition can cause fatigue, irregular heart rhythms, and in severe cases, even cardiac arrest if left unmanaged. I remember one case in particular, Mrs. Sarah, 77 years old, who had a daily morning smoothie made with banana, cucumber, and yogurt. After a few months, she began experiencing dizziness, fatigue, and irregular heartbeats. Her blood tests revealed elevated potassium levels. Once we adjusted her routine, eating the banana in the morning and saving the cucumber for lunch or the afternoon, her potassium levels gradually returned to a healthy range. My sincere advice is this: older adults should space out their intake of potassium-rich foods and avoid combining them in a single meal. Eating mindfully not only supports overall health, but also helps prevent avoidable risks to the heart and kidneys. Wrong combination number 3. Pickled cucumbers with salty foods. I've noticed a common eating habit that seems harmless but actually carries hidden health risks: combining pickled cucumbers with salty foods like cold cuts, cheese, or salted crackers. The concern lies in the sodium content, essentially the amount of salt, that older adults are consuming when these foods are eaten together. Store-bought pickles, especially those designed for longer shelf life and strong flavor, often contain a very high level of salt. When paired with already salty items, older adults can easily end up with a sodium overload. This not only leads to water retention and swelling, but also causes blood pressure to rise silently, something that can be very dangerous if left unchecked. I had a patient named Jack, 80 years old. He regularly ate salted crackers with pickles in the afternoon, thinking it was a light and healthy snack. But after a few months, his blood pressure spiked, even though he was taking his medication faithfully. Once we adjusted his diet and replaced the store-bought pickles with homemade versions using less salt and fresh ingredients, his blood pressure improved significantly. My advice is this: if you enjoy the tangy, salty flavor of pickles, try making them at home with less salt, and add herbs like dill, garlic, or a splash of apple cider vinegar for flavor. Most importantly, pair them with fresh foods and avoid combining them with other high-sodium items. It's a simple way to protect your heart and manage your blood pressure more effectively. Now for the fun part, 3 healthy combinations after 60. First good combination, cucumber with pear. As we age, our digestive system naturally begins to slow down, leading to common symptoms like bloating, constipation, or a heavy feeling after meals. Many people turn to fiber supplements or laxatives for relief, but there's a much gentler and more natural solution: the combination of cucumber and pear. Cucumbers are rich in insoluble fiber, which adds bulk to the stool and promotes regular bowel movements. Pears, on the other hand, are high in soluble fiber, which helps soften the stool and make it easier to pass. When combined, these two foods create a natural digestive sweep that can be incredibly effective in supporting gut health. I once worked with a patient named Margaret, now 83 years old, who had suffered from chronic constipation for years. She had tried everything, from fiber powders and prunes to various laxatives, but nothing brought lasting relief. After just 2 weeks of adding half a pear and a few slices of cucumber to her afternoon routine, her condition improved dramatically, and she no longer needed medication. Incorporating this pear into your daily meals is simple. Slice half a pear and a few cucumber rounds, drizzle with a little honey and lemon juice for a light snack. Blend them into a smoothie with yogurt, or toss them with a few walnuts for an easy salad. The key is consistency. Just one small change a day can make a big difference, and your digestive system will thank you for it in the long run. Second best combination, cucumber with apple. If you're looking for a natural way to support heart health, manage blood pressure, and improve circulation as you age, the combination of cucumber and green apple is definitely worth trying. As we grow older, issues like high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, and poor circulation become more common. That's when our heart needs a little extra care, both through diet and daily habits. Cucumber is an excellent natural source of potassium, which helps relax blood vessels and gently lower blood pressure. Green apples, on the other hand, are rich in pectin, a type of soluble fiber that can help reduce levels of LDL, or bad cholesterol, in the blood. When combined, these two create a powerful duo. The apple works to clean your arteries, while the cucumber promotes healthy circulation and hydration throughout the body. I remember a patient named Patricia, 79 years old, who had struggled for years with high blood pressure and cholesterol. Although she was consistent with her medications, she was hoping to add something natural to support her health. I recommended she try eating half a green apple and a few slices of cucumber every morning. After 3 months, her lab results showed a 10% drop in cholesterol and noticeably more stable blood pressure. It's incredibly easy to incorporate this into your routine. Enjoy cucumber and apple with your breakfast, sprinkle a bit of cinnamon on top to help regulate blood sugar, or blend them into a smoothie with a handful of spinach. You can also toss them into a light salad with an olive oil and vinegar dressing. A small tip: choose green apples over red ones, as they're lower in sugar and more suitable for those managing diabetes. Give it a try. Your heart will thank you later. Third best combination: cucumber with apple cider vinegar. The combination of cucumber and apple cider vinegar might surprise many people, but in reality, it offers significant benefits for older adults. As we age, our bodies gradually lose the ability to absorb nutrients as efficiently as before. Research has shown that people over 60 may absorb up to 30% less vitamins and minerals compared to younger individuals, even when eating a healthy, balanced diet. This often leads to a state where someone eats well but still feels low on energy, experiences frequent fatigue, sluggish digestion, or persistent bloating. Apple cider vinegar contains natural acids and enzymes that support the breakdown of food in the stomach, allowing the body to absorb nutrients more effectively. When combined with cucumber, a hydrating, fiber-rich, and digestive-friendly vegetable, it not only enhances nutrient absorption, but also helps balance gut bacteria and improves overall digestive function. I remember a patient named Helen, now 85 years old. She ate very mindfully, yet always felt tired and bloated. After adding a small amount of diluted apple cider vinegar to her cucumber at lunch each day, she started feeling noticeably lighter, less bloated, and more mentally alert within just a few weeks. You can try this in a simple way. Slice fresh cucumbers and let them sit for about 10 minutes in a mixture of 1 part apple cider vinegar to 3 parts water. Add a touch of honey if you prefer a slightly sweet flavor. Or even easier, drop a few cucumber slices and a teaspoon of diluted apple cider vinegar into your water and sip throughout the day. If you have a history of acid reflux or are sensitive to sour foods, it's best to start with just a few drops and always dilute the vinegar well. Many older patients who've made this small change have reported a noticeable improvement in digestion and more stable daily energy. Give it a try. Sometimes, just a small adjustment can lead to big changes in your health. How to handle cucumbers properly. To get the most out of cucumbers, older adults need to know how to choose, store, and prepare them properly. When shopping, it's best to select medium-sized cucumbers that feel firm to the touch. Avoid ones that are soft, wrinkled, or have yellow spots. These are signs the cucumber is overripe and may taste bitter. For those with weaker joints or grip strength, English cucumbers are a great option because they have thinner skins, are easier to slice, and often don't require peeling. For storage, the best method is to wrap cucumbers in paper towels to absorb excess moisture and place them in the refrigerator, ideally near the door for easy access. Avoid storing them next to apples, bananas, or tomatoes, as these fruits emit ethylene gas that can cause cucumbers to spoil more quickly. If you've already sliced the cucumber, store it in an airtight container with a paper towel underneath to keep it fresh. Preparing cucumbers isn't complicated. You can use a mandolin slicer to save effort, or cut them into smaller sections first for easier handling. If you're making salads, a food processor can be a helpful tool. A simple daily routine might look like this: cucumber water in the morning, paired with apples or pears at lunch, and combined with apple cider vinegar in the evening. If you're taking medication for blood pressure, diabetes, or anything affecting kidney function, it's best to consume cucumbers at least 2 hours apart from your medications. And if you're on blood thinners, be sure to consult your doctor before making changes to your diet. I understand that cooking can feel tiring as we age, but cucumbers are one of the most senior-friendly foods. No cooking needed, just slice and enjoy. If preparing cucumbers feels difficult for you, leave a comment and I'll share some personalized tips to help. Today I want you to remember this: after 60, good health isn't just about what you eat. It's about how you eat. Small changes in your diet can bring big changes to how you feel, your energy levels, and your overall well-being. So take action today. Which tip will you try first? Cucumbers with pear? Making your own low-sodium pickles? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. In the next video, I'll be sharing a powerful superfood that helps older adults sleep better, naturally. Until then, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and make smart choices for your body.